Today's video is going to be about the easiest reality check to have a successful lucid dream, and it's also going to be about what I learned from doing my last lucid dreaming challenge. So in my opinion, by far the easiest reality check, I mentioned it in my last video I made, but I just mentioned it, I'm going to go into detail in this video, is to tie the bracelet around your wrist, or to tie something around your wrist, and to shower with it on, to sleep with it on 24/7, you never take it off. Now, what you're going to do is you'll set reminders throughout the day. You know, you want to do about 10 or so reality checks. Some people do more, some people do less. You want to make sure you're doing a reality check to where you take a look at the wrist, you make sure the wristband's on there, and then you go about your day. In the dream, the wristband's not going to be on your wrist, and that will trigger you to have a successful lucid dream. Now, the reason why I think this is by far the easiest method is because I've tried basically every other method out there, and there's a lot of them. You can try, reading, counting your fingers, pushing your hand through your hand. There are a lot of different techniques to do reality checks throughout the day. And I had never done one when I actually tried this. I've seen it on shows and I've heard people talk about it, but I never did it myself. And I personally do believe that this is the easiest for anybody, especially beginners, if they're having trouble getting into a lucid dream or having their first successful one, to try this method just for a few days and see for yourself what you can accomplish. Now, the reason I think this is so important is because all the other reality checks you're doing because you're primed to do it, either your phone's telling you to, or maybe you just remembered to. But with the wristband specifically, you not only get loads of reality checks that you're priming yourself for, but you get countless reality checks throughout your day that you're not even trying to do. So what I mean by that is anytime I was washing my hands, or when I went to go eat something, or when I went to go grab the TV remote, I always would just by chance happen to look at my wrist. I wasn't doing it on purpose. And I would see very quickly, I would be able to clock very quickly, boom, it's on my wrist, I can move on. Now, I'd already done a reality check for that hour. So I basically was doing multiple reality checks every hour without even trying to, because all I had to do was do something with my hands and I would already be looking at my wrist. Now, I think all those countless little reality checks also helped prime me to be looking for this in the dream. That's why I think it was so successful. Now, what I learned from that challenge is it's important to stick to a schedule. So the lucid dreaming challenge I just put out there, I didn't know if I was going to have a lucid dream within a few days or if it was going to take me 30 days or even more. I did know I was going to have one because I've had them before. I know what to do to get them. So I was confident that I'd have one. But I wanted to stick to a regimen that I would tell myself every day at, around this time I'm doing this, I'm going to set my alarm every day for this. And I did find that again, it might sound like an easy, schedule, but you want to make sure you are sticking to whatever schedule you set for yourself. Because it did take me only a few nights to have a lucid dream in my last challenge, but I actually ended up looking over a lot of my lucid dreaming journals that I've had, and a couple of times it's taken me up to 24 days to have one lucid dream. So I was looking through my journals, and not too long ago I found a bunch of pages that was 24 days in a row of nothing. I could read in the notes me getting frustrated because I knew how to do the techniques. I was even doing all of these practices during the day, and during the night I had a bedtime routine, and I was not successful. Now at day 24, I had a lucid dream, and then day 25 and a couple days after, I ended up having multiple lucid dreams in a row. But it did take multiple weeks for me to even have one of them. And if I would have quit right there, if this was like an intro for me, if I was a beginner and I didn't even think this was a real topic, I might have even given up by then. So I wanted to show people that, people are failing at this, but to not give up on it, to keep yourself on your own personal schedule, and you will be successful. And as always, remember, this shit is so easy, you can do it in your sleep.